We are off with the start of school, and already the indications are that it is putting everyone under immense pressure. The teachers are trying to get off the ground, the students are already complaining, and the news reports are commenting on the digital divide here in Jamaica and other issues related to the online learning environment. So I want to share with us 5 ideas to overcome the challenge of virtual learning. I have a 6-year-old who is in this, and so I also am experiencing some of this firsthand. So, you know, we're all in this together, like I said, and none of us were prepared for a pandemic where all students from kindergarten through college would be forced to learn in a different way, even at risk disabled and special needs children. Now, the American Academy of Pediatrics is urging schools to prioritize in-person classes because of the negative social, emotional, and academic effects of school closures. Now, of course, we know that it is a very delicate balance that has to be struck. And here in Jamaica, we generally agreed that with the community spread phase, face-to-face school this October would certainly not be the best idea. So it is what it is. We have to do it online for now, but at least we can look at some best practices. The concern of the pediatrics is very valid and real. They also said that policies, they are encouraging that policies to mitigate the spread of COVID-19 within schools must be balanced with the known harms to children, adolescents, families, and the community by keeping children at home. This is coming from an organization that represents 67,000 pediatricians in the USA. So here are 5 ideas to employ if your children are at home. 1, develop a clear daily schedule. People need clarity to gain energy. The homes that had a difficult time adjusting to quarantine failed to immediately post a clear agenda with to-do items and measurements of success. One path towards clarity is a daily agenda that outlines each activity and goal with specific time slots and then post it for all to see. Structure is important because it promotes progress and encourages children to stay engaged and stay focused. So in your home, develop a clear daily schedule. Find a methodology that works best. You know your children, and you know yourself, and you know the variables of your own home. But work with those to develop a clear daily schedule. So that's 1. Set up a clear daily schedule. 2, set up different areas for different activities, subjects, and goals. Again, that would be subject to the layout of your home and this available space. But with some creativity, with some innovation, even limited space can allow for some of that. Most adults and children fare better when rooms are utilized for specific activities. This way, your brain sets an expectation with each location. That's why this is important. You may have an arts and crafts area, an open space for physical education, and a place for reading with no distractions or screens. Each learning spot can re-engage the child towards the subject and goal. So that's number 2. Set up different areas for different activities, subjects, and goals. Number 3, look for lessons in your everyday life and discuss them. Life itself had a way of teaching lessons. It has a way of teaching us lessons as we go along, and costly lessons sometimes can be missed. The children can learn whether we are in the classroom or whether we are in the kitchen watching movies, whether we are outside in the garden, whether we are meeting people. These are different classrooms that life provides us. Talking about being in the kitchen, recipes are a great way to teach math, science, reading, and even history. So you can actually have lots of discussions arising from even an activity in the kitchen, such as cooking, using a recipe. So the idea here is that you look out for lessons, including lessons that you can find by taking an adventure walk, where you, for example, look for certain rocks, identify different animals and birds. This, of course, is an activity that you need to do with your children. So lesson number 3, idea number 3, so look for lessons in your everyday life and use them to generate discussions. Number 4, give them ownership. The children, give them ownership of what and how they learn. Now, obviously, children earn the right to autonomy, being on their own, making their own decisions, etc., as they mature. But when they demonstrate the ability to learn on their own, give them the freedom to do so. You're likely to find that they engage better in their growth and actually learn more because they figured it out themselves. This generates just-in-time learning experiences, just-in-time learning experiences, as opposed to hypothetical ones. So set a learning goal mutually and then turn them loose and assess how they do it. Give them ownership of what and how they learn. And idea number 5, set an example for lifelong learning. I'm a big proponent of lifelong learning. Nothing reinforces a successful adjustment to in-home learning than becoming a guide for them in reading, problem solving, creativity, etc. So model this for them in your lifestyle and let them see you do it organically. Brian Herbert wrote, quote, "The capacity to learn is a gift. The ability to learn is a skill. The willingness to learn is a choice." And Michelangelo said, "I am still learning." And he was 87 years old when he said that. So 5 ideas to help children cope, to help all of us cope with the virtual learning space that is now part of the new norm. 1, develop a clear daily schedule. 2, set up different areas for different activities, subjects, and goals. 3, look for lessons in your everyday life and discuss them. 4, give them ownership of what and how they learn. And number 5, set an example for lifelong learning. We all have a part to play, and obviously this is requiring more of us as parents and guardians and adults. But together we can do it. Let's do it for our children. Let's dig deep and help them to come through this phase. We don't know what's on the other side of the curve, but what we do know is what we have now. We have an opportunity to pull together, to work together, to build and strengthen the families and support our children. Let's do it for the children. Let's do it together. God bless. This is Coach TJ sharing with you, sharing from the heart.